Hello, Luke here. This is going to be my first podcast because I just wanted to do a podcast. And with me is my good friend Alex, who I've known since primary school. He also goes by the name of Alex Bazinga. So, Alex, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, Luke. Yeah, we've known each other for ages. So my name's Alex, and we've both got a lot of interest together. And we thought, why not just bunch it all together into a little mini podcast and see if anything interesting comes out of it?
Yeah, because I've been doing some live podcasts, some live streams with my friends some weeks back, and you took part in the chat one of them, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was really good.
Yeah, you asked me quite a lot of interesting questions, didn't you?
Yeah, I can't remember what questions I asked now. I think one of them was, is Sonic good as a kid?
Yeah, because it was mostly we were just chatting about Sonic and stuff. So you don't know much about Sonic, do you?
No, I don't, no.
Okay, then, for a bit of fun, why don't I tell you about his friends and you have to guess what animal they are. I won't talk about Dr. Eggman because he's an egg, isn't he?
Is he? Oh.
Yeah, he's like he's an evil egg who makes robots.
Right, okay. Oh, is it? Why did I suddenly think of Spotnik?
Sputnik?
Yeah, is he in there somewhere? I have no idea about
No,
that.
he's a satellite.
I'm going to be really bad at guessing these.
Okay, what animal is Tails?
Oh. Is it a woodpecker?
No, he's a fox. Okay, what animal is Knuckles?
A sheep?
Knuckles the sheep. Yeah. No.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he could be. No, he's a kind of marsupial called an echidna.
Oh, I would have never got that.
No. There's Amy.
Oh. A lion.
Amy the lion. No, she's another hedgehog.
I'm glad you find this funny, Luke. I'm getting it all wrong.
No, it's quite fun actually. What about Vector?
Oh, a robot?
No. He's a crocodile
Oh.
or an alligator. I can't remember. A crocodile, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
What animals are there? There's Blaze.
A cat?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, Blaze the cat. She's
Oh
from
my
another
God.
dimension and she shoots fire at people.
I've got one right.
There's also Big.
A dog.
Big the dog. There's a nice name. No, he's also another cat.
Oh.
Cream.
A giraffe.
Cream the giraffe. No, he's a rabbit.
Oh.
All right. One more. Silver.
A hare.
No, he's another hedgehog.
Oh, I've not done very well, have I, Luke?
No. Oh, yeah, there's another one I've forgotten. Shadow.
Oh, a dinosaur?
Shadow the dinosaur. That would be brilliant. No, he's another hedgehog because they've not very good. A lot of ideas for like animals. They come up and said, okay, make it a hedgehog. But it's also another one. It's also a hedgehog. But yeah, why haven't we got a dinosaur in a Sonic game? A dinosaur character in a Sonic game? Because Mario, he's got Yoshi, and
I've no idea. I mean, maybe the storylines don't lend themselves to a dinosaur.
no, but yeah, they should do that in a future Sonic game. Like they have a dinosaur called I don't know, Spiky or something. Spiky the dinosaur.
Or Dan the dinosaur.
Dan the dinosaur. Yes, that would be quite
Or
interesting.
Danny the dinosaur.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if you've been playing any video games lately.
I have actually. I'm a bit sort of quite an old game now, but the graphics are really good. It's Forza 4 on the PC from the Windows Store.
Oh, right. That's a racing game, isn't it?
Yeah, and what is amazing is it costs sort of £50-60, but with
Okay.
a Microsoft membership, you only pay £8 a month, and you can download that game and many others. So I think that's a really good value, to be honest. So
Yeah, I'm currently playing a game called Darksiders 2, where you play as one of the horsemen called Death, and you go around in this vast overworld where you fight monsters and you collect weapons and you go into these different dungeons. So it's kind of like an action RPG kind of thing.
yeah, no, it's really cool. I mean, I'm come away from RPGs at the moment. I'm more into arcade kind of games, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of like arcade games as well.
You know, it's a very old game, but I've been playing it again recently as well, and it's called Fruit Ninja on the iPad.
Oh right, I'm more of a fan of like the old-fashioned games you get in the '90s and the '80s, you know, like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, those sort of games.
Yeah, no, I think no, I'm not really. I've kind of done with them really. You know, I'm more into I don't know, Far Cry.
Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, later this year, they're planning to bring out a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game done in the old arcade sprite artwork. Gonna make it look like one of those old 2D arcade games.
Didn't they bring a Ninja Turtle movie out? But then everyone was complaining about the characters. They didn't look.
You're talking about the Michael Bay TMNT movies where everyone looked like Shrek.
Yeah, or something like that. There were 2 3D or something.
Yeah, I didn't like the looks of those the movies because I thought they looked a bit weird because they tried to make it look more realistic. But I kind of like how they looked back in the 80s and 90s and that.
Yeah, I mean, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit tired. So if you heard that, that was me yawning, so I do apologise.
Oh no, it's totally fine. I mean, you said earlier last night we were going to do this on a Saturday night, but you just got yourself a ticket for Glastonbury live, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Unfortunately, a couple of things, it all kind of went a bit wrong last night, and we were, as Luke said, we were meant to do this last night, but you know, I'd totally forgot about it, and I was also had a ticket as well that I'd just got half an hour beforehand, and so I totally forgot about that. I was just about to watch Glastonbury, and then Luke texted me and said, "Oh, are you going to do this with me?" And I was like, "Oh no, but no, we're here now, so that's all that matters, really."
Yes.
But no, it was a good show. I didn't watch all of it because it's something like 5 hours long, and I just don't have that attention span.
Yes.
So, and I think the highlight was Coldplay with their new single.
Okay.
And I didn't really know any of the other bands. Ezra was there, but I didn't watch him. And then there's some weird woman group that looked like they were on drugs or something. So, but hey, you know.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
And also, you got the Eurovision Song Contest. Apparently, we did so badly that we got 0 points for it.
We did, yeah. I only watched a few little clips of it and things like that, but we got 0 points.
Yeah, how come our entries are always suck?
Yeah, not 1 point, not even one.
Yeah, I mean, we usually have a few bangers like ages ago, but now we don't seem to do so well now.
No, I mean, I think I'm not really sure why we don't have a good a better artist, because this might be controversial, but obviously it wasn't good enough to to get any points, so we should have a better artist, you know.
But it could I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they were saying that they were punishing us for leaving the EU, apparently, but
Yeah, so this might be a conspiracy or something.
yeah, but I doubt it. It's very trivial. I mean, I think they've got better things to do than give us no points, you know.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of work still ahead, so, you know. But no, you know, it's an institutional TV show.
Yeah. If I have to be honest, I think if the guy sang about a lovely horse, we might have gone through a few points for it.
Oh, well, maybe if they sang maybe a love song, we could have got a few points, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I remembered one of my favourite Eurovision moments was when they had Lordi and they won because they looked like cool demon dudes and they sang like in an epic way. It was brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't like Lordi though. That wasn't it's like heavy metal, wasn't it?
Yeah, the metal's more like my thing, so that's probably why I was into it. I'm a bit of a metalhead myself.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm into sort of somber pop and all that sort of Coldplay and that kind of. You know.
Yeah. One of my favourite bands is Sabaton, which is like a power metal ballad band where they sing songs about conflicts in previous battles. They sing about history, and they sing it in a way that makes you memorise important historical moments. So they're kind of like history teachers, but better. Because thanks to one of their songs, I now know everything about the D-Day landings.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So, like, if you're struggling on a history exam, just pop on a few songs of Sabaton and you'll ace it.
Well, you know, actually connecting to that about history, I've discovered, because I've moved to Scotland, as you know, Luke.
Yeah.
But the listeners won't know that. They may not know that, and I've been learning about the occupation of Scotland from the English. So
yes, and there was like the Jacobean Rebellion and all that.
Yeah, and how Scotland were independent and they weren't, and then now they might want to be independent again. It's just so much, you know.
Yeah, Scotland's history is a little bit on the complicated side. Like when they were occupied by the English in medieval times, and William Wallace raised a rebellion to fight back, and he ended up being executed for it.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on. You could easily lose something or other, lose a body part, let's say, you know.
Yeah, there's probably nothing like that Mel Gibson movie.
I haven't actually watched that. No, I never watched that.
Oh well, if you get the chance, check it out. I mean, it's pretty good. Might be worth a watch.
Yeah, I recently went to a museum in Edinburgh talking about you know, Scotland and how sort of the Romans took over, and
okay,
you know, all the kind. You know, you could see old gold coins and.
What's the museum called, if anyone's interested?
I think it's just called the Edinburgh. It's called the Museum of Scotland, and it's in the centre of Edinburgh.
Okay, so if you ever go to Edinburgh, be sure to check out that museum out.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a couple of miles from the train station, so if you want to look at it on the map, it's quite easy to find.
Okay.
And it was really good. You know, you could see the type of clothes that people wore in a particular era.
All right.
You could see like an old telephone, what people called bricks. It's just all kinds of things. It's objects of the time, you know.
All right.
Yeah, and you could even see a cast replica of Mary, Queen of Scots, I think.
Oh, right, okay. So there's a complete replica of her.
Yeah, well, yeah, of her coffin basically.
All right,
That's
not
in
her body, her
London.
coffin, right?
Yeah, of her, you know, because the original's in London, of course. So, yeah, it's you know, if you're into museums, I would definitely check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
would like to go to museums. I mean, one of my plans is I would like to go back to the Ripley's Auditorium in London, but I found out they closed it down. It was one of my favourite museums in London.
what do they go? Oh, Ripley's.
Yeah, the Ripley's Auditorium. They closed it down because of what happened with.
Oh,
So it's a bit of a shame that.
yeah. No, a lot of businesses are suffering, unfortunately, because of COVID, and you know, it's a real shame. But we are coming out of it, it seems. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
You know, people are going to probably be quite cautious still, but I think we're
exactly.
getting back into life, you know. So,
Yeah, especially over the summer with a lot more places opening.
oh, it was the first time of me going to Edinburgh in a year and a half because up to that point, from the beginning of 2020, no one could go anywhere unless for particular reasons.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to London since last February, where I went to see a live band performance, and never been there since. But I'm thinking of going back there in probably July because they're going to have some sort of like video game market thing going on there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of going back to Edinburgh. I'm quite lucky; it's not very far from where I live, and I'm going to go on my birthday. I think because my birthday's coming up.
Oh, that's
And
really lovely.
yeah, and oh, I tried TGI Fridays for the first time as well, and I'm probably late to that party, but you know, their chicken wings are really good, so there's free advertisement for them.
Yeah, that's good. I think I went to a TGI Fridays probably some years ago. I mean, I think I had a burger or something, and I think I tried Warrior fries there or something, and I think they were a bit on the soggy side.
Yeah, I tried a grilled sandwich from them, and it wasn't. I think it was from them, and it wasn't that great, to be fair. But their chicken wings and chips are like the best. So,
Okay, I might. So next time I go to TGI Fridays, I might try that out.
but it's super expensive.
Hmm.
For a box of chicken wings, it's like £7.
Okay.
So, but no, Edinburgh's really good, and you know, I went to see the castle. I didn't go inside this time. But
Okay.
if you have a chance to go to Edinburgh, go to the castle. Like
Hmm.
you can see for miles around over the town. Um, yeah, amazing history.
Yes. So if I don't know if you've got anything more to say about Scottish history, but one of the reasons why I want to set up this podcast is because we both have an interest in Doctor Who, and I felt that'd be interesting if we could talk about that.
Oh yes. No, I do digress. So thanks for putting me back on track, Luke.
Yes. Otherwise, this whole podcast is going to be about boring Scottish history.
Yeah, basically. Sorry to break that.
No, it's totally fine. Did you check out the Christmas or New Year's special with the Daleks?
I did. I can't remember too much from it though. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
what happened was is that the Doctor randomly got arrested and ended up in a prison, and where she meets up with Jack, and they immediately leave. Because I thought she was going to be in there the entire episode, leaving the companions having to deal with the Daleks, and then she turns up at the last minute or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like that because it was like she could escape from any prison, but
Yeah.
she decided to stay in it for some reason.
Yeah, I did find it a bit anticlimactic because, and also we didn't see like many guards there or something, or she had to do some kind of complicated escape plan. She just walked out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in the other Doctor. There's another Doctor now.
Yes, this the Roof
and
Doctor.
sorry.
You're talking about the Roof Doctor?
Yeah, and where does she come into it? Where does she fit?
Yeah.
Even even the canon doctor. Let's call Whittaker the canon doctor, just for clarification. So we know who we're talking about. Um, she's not actually Gallifreyan as well.
Yes, I mean, talking about the Roof Doctor, I think she's going to be like River Song, where when we first see her, we will know nothing about her. So, and if she comes back in future seasons, over time, we'll learn more about her, but out of order, because she is a time traveller.
Well, I think. Well, we have to know what the significance is, because having two doctors together can alter things, can't they? Don't allow that normally.
Yeah, I mean,
So
she could very well be a doctor from an alternate timeline, because the reason, the funny thing is that she also has a blue police box TARDIS that with a broken chameleon circuit, which shouldn't exist until Hartnell stole it.
yeah, she's able to change though. They're able to change their TARDISes as well.
Yes, except the doctors.
Yeah, so I wonder, she may be the final Doctor of, when Doctor Who comes to an end. She might be the final one.
She might be her final regeneration.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about that is, in the old canon, there was a character called the Valiar. The Valiard, who claims to be from the Doctor's future, who is supposed to be between one regeneration and the final regeneration. So she could be after the Valiard or not.
Well, what's your view on her? What do you why do you think she's there?
It's a bit complicated, really. As you said, she could well be. I mean, what I could think of, she could be from another reality. Or another idea is that in the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, when he was exiled by the Time Lords, you'd never see him regenerate into John Pertwee. So she could be between the second and third Doctors.
I mean, has Jodie Whittaker's Doctor actually seen her? I can't remember.
Who? The Roof Doctor?
Yeah.
Well, they have met.
So then, and she obviously doesn't recognise her. So,
no, they don't remember being each other.
So I wonder if she's linked to when Jodie Whittaker's Doctor was hired by the Time Agency. I wonder if there's a link there.
Well, the thing is, there's the Roof Doctor is also part of this agency called the Division or something, where they're supposed to be doing things outside the jurisdictions of time, and then apparently they wiped her memory and reset her as a child.
Yeah, so I wonder what she did that they had to do that as well. It's all very.
Yeah, like what she did to break the laws of time like that. I mean, another idea I have is the reason Hartnell's Doctor stole that particular TARDIS is, well, apart from when Clara was a version as a Time Lord recommending it, is that it's due to a memory from his previous life as a timeless child, and that's why he particularly chose that.
Oh, I wonder if it was all a setup, and the Time Lords set it up so that they knew he would run away, because he was quite a rogue Doctor back then, wasn't he? So
yeah, exactly.
I wonder if they set up something that he stole that particular TARDIS.
Yes, and also I kind of also got a bit of more theories. Like, apparently the Master destroyed Gallifrey, undoing everything the Doctor did in the Day of the Doctor, right?
Right.
Well, we don't know what the Master actually did, and also he's also known as the Lord of Lies, because he could be lying the whole thing about the timeless child thing, or the Matrix he looked into might be a bit unreliable. And also another thing is that I'm very much doubt that all the Time Lords are gone, because the Doctor kicked Rassilon out of Gallifrey, and also you don't know what if the Sisterhood of Khan is also around, or that Time Lord General, who I can't remember her name.
No, I don't know her name either.
I mean, it's very likely that
I
she could have survived.
Sorry?
Sorry, you go first?
Well, no, I was going to say, I don't believe all the Time Lords are dead. I mean, there's one kicking around at least, isn't there? So
yeah, I mean, there's a one Time Lord I'm hoping would actually get into the TV series called The Corsair, because she makes an appearance in a few of the comics where she's like a pirate, and also her TARDIS is a Spanish galleon.
I mean, it's all very complicated, isn't it?
I know. I mean, I've also got another bit of a theory that Rassilon is actually the true identity of that explorer who found the timeless child, aka the Doctor, because it would make more of a bigger connection between the Rassilon and the Doctor, and also that person, Explorer Tecton or whatever her name was part of the founding of Time Lord Society, and apparently Rassilon was also part one of the founders of Time Lord Society. I mean, I was also thinking they could bring back Omega, who was like an ancient Gallifreyan enemy of the Time Lords.
Oh, I just, there was rumours about they were going to bring back the Time Lady, weren't they, or something?
The Time Lady?
Yeah, what was her name?
Rani?
Yes, that's it. They were going to bring back a version of her.
Yeah, because I remembered when I first saw Missy, I thought, oh, that was going to be her, but no, it's somebody else.
No, I really liked that, the build up to that. We didn't know who she was until pretty much the end of the series.
I'm so sad they killed her off, because she's actually one of my favourite baddies. Like, she was actually one of my favourite versions of the Master, because they did the Doctor tried to rehabilitate her, but she ends up being killed.
Wow, she killed herself.
Yes, because they killed each other.
But we don't see him regenerate into her, do we? So there's a gap there as well. No,
and also it's very unlikely that she's actually 100% dead, because the Master is always known for cheating death.
Yeah, I think. Well, she obviously knows that she's going to kill herself, so I think she's got a plan B,
Yeah, and also, in my honest opinion, I'm not a big of a fan of the current version of the Master. I mean, Sacha Dhawan is a pretty good actor, but I don't know, the problem with the Master, his version of the Master, made him too much like the Joker, a bit too goofy, in my opinion. When you look at actors like the version of the Master, like Roger Delgado and Anthony Ailey, they always act like they're a Moriarty kind of figure, a sinister alter ego of the Doctor. This one's like chewing the scenery and trying to make a lot of crazy noises.
Yeah, I mean, my favourite Master would be John Sim. He was just off-hinged, wasn't it?
Yes, I liked how he was like an evil version of David Tennant's Master, because he's also got his own version of the sonic screwdriver called the laser screwdriver.
Yeah, he was just crazy, he was just...
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't bring that back, because I think it's under the possession of the Doctor now, because they could have done something where the Master sneaks into the TARDIS to seal it back.
What do you think about the rumour that Jodie Whittaker's leaving?
Well, it's plausible, because most the average tenure of the Doctor's actor is usually around 4 to 5 years. So I feel that she would leave in the next year or so. But I feel they might not do another series next year or the year or something to build up, because in 2023 you got the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, so they could do something like that there, where she would regenerate into the next Doctor. But it also depends if we're going to get like another female Doctor, or she'll go back to being a man.
I mean, who would you prefer, female or male?
Any, as long as it's a well-written person. I mean, Jodie's all right. Jodie's an all right Doctor, but I feel like she's not as dramatic as previous Doctors, because they did try to do that in near the end, but I don't know. I mean, also I didn't like how she was always going on about messages about like how we're gonna ruin the environment and how we're using too much plastic and all that.
Yeah, it did take a long time to warm up to her, but I did like her in the end. So
yeah, she did sound like a very exciting. She kind of reminds me of those people you get in children's educational programs, where it's like, oh, let's explore, let's go have some fun and all that.
I really love to have another sort of multiple Doctor storyline.
Yes, like how she would work off with previous versions of the Doctor.
Or a multiple Master storyline. Have we ever had that?
Not really, but in the comics, there's a Missy comic where she goes to the storm cage pretending to be the Doctor, because near the end of series 11 or something, she tries to pass herself off as the Doctor, calling herself Doctor Who, and she meets up with Roger Delgado's Master, who he doesn't know it's actually a version of him from the future, and for some reason, and also to have a bit of a sword fight.
Yeah, there's just so many ways you could go with that, you know, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if we're going to get, like, a Black Doctor or something, but I'm hoping in the future we do actually get a Doctor who's ginger.
Well, you know, potentially the Doctor could be anything, you know.
Exactly, because that's why I'm open to the Doctor being female, because when the Doctor regenerates, is always like a man or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, she could regenerate into a gorilla, you know.
Yeah, well, when I was a kid, I had kind of made the Doctor regenerate into an anthropomorphic fox due to a regeneration malfunction. But, yeah, that would be interesting who the Doctor would regenerate into next.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it could be a malfunction. She regenerates into like a child, and that's a new Doctor. You know?
Well, I remember like when Matt Smith was announced, and thinking, "Oh, he looks too young."
Yeah, no, but he played the character very well. I liked that Doctor in the end.
Exactly. I mean, one of my what I do like about the series of Doctor is like when there wasn't a lot of episodes in series 12 that I liked. The only one of the few episodes I liked was when she meets with Nikola Tesla and Mary Shelley. You know, episodes where they meet historical figures. I want to see more of that, because I like to imagine like she goes to India in the early 20th century because she's good friends with Mahatma Gandhi, who she often calls Matt, and she meets up with Abe Lincoln or other scientists like Albert Einstein or Isaac Newton.
I think she should meet more prime ministers as well.
Yeah, because like she met up with Winston Churchill once. I mean, also we don't know a lot about our prime ministers. I mean, there's Disraeli and Neville Chamberlain or something.
Yeah, and then Walpole was the first one, wasn't it? Or
something? Well, Walpole, yeah, exactly. Another thing I'm a bit annoyed about with Doctor Who lately is that for 3 finales they keep using the same thing, which is the Cybermen, and a version of the Master. I mean, one enemy I haven't seen come back in a very long time that's focused on is the Sontarans, which were an army, a race of militaristic soldiers.
Yeah, they look like jacket potatoes, didn't they? So...
Yes, I mean, they only had like a couple of episodes centered around them in season 3, and they only have occasional cameos.
Yeah, I want to see... Yeah, also, I want to see... I want to know what sort of happened to the Daleks. They came back as...
Yeah, because this is the second time that they redesigned the Daleks, and then they got done away with, like, by the other versions of the Daleks. I mean, this is just my honest opinion, but I did like the colourful Daleks, because they looked very interesting.
Well, where have they gone? I wonder why they've done away with them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't mind these new versions of the Daleks. They look quite interesting. I mean, they have, like, thinner necks and that.
Yeah, no, I do like them. but the Daleks can never kill the Doctor because they like him too much. So.
I suppose that's the same with the Master. Like, he does want to kill the Doctor, but and then again he doesn't, or something.
Yeah. There's sort of a weird relationship there, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if the Doctor and the Master are family, you know.
Well, apparently, one of the plot lines for the end of, I think it was near the end of John Pertwee's run, it was supposed to be revealed that Roger Delgado's Master was supposed to be his estranged brother or something, but then he got into a car accident and died, so they had to get rid of that plot line. Of course, Martha kind of lampshaded that with the Doctor replies, "You watch too much telly."
Oh. Well, I mean, it's fascinating. I mean, you know, I wonder if we get, you know, I wonder what the New Year's, you know, what.
Well, the thing is,
this year, or...
Yeah, concerning like the next series, I mean, two of the companions just walked out of joining the Doctor. I thought like it's like they're going on for a break or something. But in a way, I'm glad that they've left the TARDIS or the FAM on a lighter note, because previous companions have ended up being killed or lost in the past or something.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you fly with the Doctor, you're at risk of dying, aren't you? So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like during David Tennant's run, where they leave and then they might come back at a later date.
No, it's going to have that comedian, isn't it? Do you remember his name?
I have no idea, but I'm glad that they've gone downsized it down to just two companions, because I think one of the complaints was that 3 companions was too much, because it was like they couldn't have enough time to develop these characters or have time to focus on them. But by having 2 companions is a lot more easier.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah,
and I think this is the first time we got like a new solo male companion, because it's usually a solo female companion that usually leaves and gets replaced.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the comedian's name now, John Bishop.
All right, I'll be interested to see like what he would bring to the table and that, and see how maybe he'll be might take an interest in Yasmin.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a chance to talk to the Doctor, though, what would you say?
If I got a chance to talk to the Doctor, I mean, like, I don't know, see if we can go back to like the 80s and the 90s. You know, check out some old nostalgic places, what they used to look like.
Well, I would say, what is your name?
I mean, this is an interesting idea for me, like what you would do with a time machine, because most people would say when they do it with a time machine is go back and prevent a natural tragedy or something. But the problem is, like, they're like fixed events, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go back to the Doctor before William Hartnell, I think.
Oh, like Timeless Child era or something.
Yeah, and just work out what's going on.
I think in the new series, hopefully the Doctor would try and find out where she actually came from, where she was actually found. I mean, she might try and track down this explorer person, the person who found her.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll know where she really comes from, you know.
Yeah, I think they're trying to reset the status quo of the Doctor having a mysterious origin, because when they found out, he's actually a Time Lord for Gary, they've lost the mystery of the Doctor's origin. So then in the revival, they try to reset the status quo by blowing up Gallifrey and making her the last of the Time Lords, and now they're making her not even Gallifreyan or Time Lord at all.
No, I wonder who she is then, where she's from, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and also I'm just thinking like, if the series has gone like where they're going to go from here. Like, do you think it's gone on like far too long? Because at the moment it's pretty much the BBC's cash cow, isn't it?
Well, I think they should maybe take a break or do a special, or but I think a little break maybe,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing was, the BBC had some pretty interesting drama serials back in the late 2000s, like Robin Hood, Merlin, The Musketeers, and Atlantis, which I thought was alright. But now, like, they don't have much going on at the moment. I think it's because they try and trouble competing with, like, streaming services and that.
Yeah, and also COVID, so it could be difficult to film.
What I'm also disappointing about is that they don't seem to do much with spin-offs anymore, because like you got Torchwood and Sarah Jane, and I think there was like the Cole Hill thing, which I never got the chance to see, but apparently it's a pretty dark series.
No, I mean I watched one episode and I just didn't really like it. I mean, I only really watched it because Matt Smith was going to be in it, so.
And it also makes me wonder if, like, if the Doctor actually. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to imply that Sarah Jane is still alive, because they never really address the status of Sarah Jane in the series. Like, does the Doctor know that she's dead or not?
Yeah, I mean, they could bring something like that back and just acknowledge that in the series somehow,
Yeah, or at least bring back Luke Smith, that is.
Yeah, I mean, with Torchwood, that's coming up to an anniversary, isn't it, as well? So
yeah, because we don't know much about the status of Torchwood at the moment.
No. I mean, the last thing was sort of they were in America, weren't they?
Yeah, because apparently they also got a new guy in who's also an immortal, and that was it.
Yeah. I really don't think Torchwood's going to really come back for a while.
Yeah, I was also pretty disappointed they never really did a spin-off based on the Paternoster gang with Madame Vashta and that, because they could have had some really like adventures like with steampunk adventures or old Victorian aliens and that.
Yeah, cowboy adventures and.
Yeah, they could go to America and you get like ghost cowboys or alien cowboys and that.
They could do like a Jack the Ripper episode.
Well, apparently Madame Vashta stated that she ate Jack the Ripper.
Oh.
But there are some like other Victorian mythologies, like Mr. Hyde or Spring Hill Jack and that.
Yeah. It could be called Hyde and Vastra or something.
yeah, you could. Okay. If you apart from Doctor Who, we're coming up to about 45 minutes. You did say that you saw something involving gorillas.
So I watched a YouTube clip, and I can't remember the name of the gorilla, but if you type in what's it called?
Something about gorillas and sign language?
Yeah, sign language and gorillas, you'll find it. And this gorilla could talk to humans through sign language.
Nice.
And he was able to say enough that he said, I want a cat for Christmas or something. And it was so nice, because he said he wanted a cat to play with. It was just,
it's so good that we're actually starting sort of like a proper communication with gorillas. But a bit worried that we might go into like some sort of like Planet of the Apes situation.
No, I don't think they have the same. I don't think they have very advanced capabilities like us.
No.
I think they can only understand certain words, and the way he was speaking, he would say it in the fashion. He would go, if he wanted food, he'd go, hungry, food. He wouldn't be able to say any more than that. So.
Yes, exactly. Going back to Doctor Who, because I've just remembered what I was going to say.
Oh.
What would you say is your favourite version of the Doctor?
I'd say I don't know why, but I think Ruth.
A Doctor who may not be a Doctor you just met.
Yeah, because she may not be part of the canon, and I just like that sort of.
I mean, did you like any Doctors before her?
I'd say my favourite one is Matt Smith.
Yeah, I can understand. I like Smith in the new run because he kind of acts like an old man in a young man's body, and he acts the most otherworldly, the most alien in a kind of sense.
Yeah, and he's kind of a little bit crazy, isn't he? So...
Yes, but very bit quirky. I kind of like him for that.
Yeah. Who would you say your worst Doctor is?
My least favourite Doctor. I mean, well, I haven't seen what my favourite Doctor is, but apart from Matt Smith, but it would definitely be Peter Davison because he was quite the Fifth Doctor. He was quite a bit dashing. He was a bit interesting and a bit sincere in a way. But yeah, going for least favourite Doctor. I mean, he's not too bad. I mean, but he has one of the least worst outfits, which is the Sixth Doctor, which is not his fault because he originally wanted to wear a black trench coat, but the designers were against it. So no, you have to make yourself look like a clown. And also I found him a bit too arrogant, a bit rude, in my opinion, because there was even a bit where he ended up strangling his own companion.
Oh, that wasn't very good, was it? Yeah,
they tried to make him a more of an edgy a gritty doctor, more of a very undoctor-like person. But I mean, they can do a lot with him. He can be a pretty good doctor if he was written better. I mean, he was done pretty well in the Big Finish dramas.
Yeah, no. Talking about Big Finish, apparently, they're gonna come out with David Tennant, aren't they, or something?
And I think one of them they're gonna bring back Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah, that was it, Christopher Eccleston. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm also thinking as you said earlier about multi Doctor reunions or Master reunions. Why not have the Doctor reunite with some of her old companions from the run? I mean, there was some finished drama about her involving Ace, but it would be cool if she actually reunites with Ace in the show.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of excited that we've got a break from Doctor Who. I don't think it's a full series is coming this year, is it?
No.
But they've done that before, where they've had a break for a couple of years. So,
yeah.
Yeah, no, they have. Yeah, they've had specials, but not a full series. So.
Yeah, and another thing concerning with Doctor Who at the moment is they're doing since last year they were doing some big event thing called Time Lord Victorious, which I haven't really followed properly. All I know is that it mostly involves the 10th Doctor and the 13th Doctor, and it concerns the Daleks there's something out there that even the Daleks are afraid of.
Yeah, and Captain Jack's meant to be coming back, isn't he, in that too, or something?
Yeah, there's supposed to be some kind of place called the Dark Times or something, and there's promotional images or something with the Doctor wearing Time Lord robes, but I don't really understand the context of that.
Yeah, I wonder what's... even the Daleks are afraid of. I wonder who the enemy is then, because...
Yeah, I don't know if it's anything to do with, when the Doctor declared himself Time Lord Victorious, saying that the rules of time is his to command.
Yeah, I mean, could they bring I hope they bring Davros back as well.
Oh, they'll bring back Davros, because they find a lot of ways to bring him back. Because I remember one funny moment was when Donna blew up the crucible or whatever Davros was on, and he went on blaming the Doctor, even though he didn't do anything.
Yeah, and then one of the Daleks, Dalek Khan, who went back and he saved Davros, but he turned mad, you know.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm thinking back at it, just remember this, like how those ridiculous ways of Doctor Who enemies being defeated. Like there was like this giant sun thing that devours stuff, and he ends up being killed by a leaf.
Oh yeah.
And another one is these Cybermen. They have James Corden and like his kid, and is like, "Oh, I love you, child," and the Cybermen couldn't comprehend that, and they exploded.
Yeah, I really want to watch an old Doctor Who now, one of the specials or something.
Yeah, because you got another one that I thought was rather ridiculous was where all of Britain got brainwashed by the zombie monks, and Bill hacked it or something by sending everyone images of her mum. So it's like, oh look, here's an image of my mum, and they're like, oh wow, I'm no longer brainwashed.
What about when loads of black cubes just appeared?
Oh, the cube thing, yeah, that was a bit weird.
Yeah, let's try and take over the Earth with cubes, you know.
I think because they look like the latest technological trend or something.
I don't think I would try and use one like that, though, would you? I wouldn't be like, oh, look, the latest computer or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Trying to think of what to think of next now. Well, it is coming up to nearly 53 minutes on this. You talked about like the gorillas and that, and I think we talked about quite enough about Doctor Who at the moment. I think you could talk about finally is your shop, your business.
Oh yes, no, I've got a little shop on Etsy and it's down at the moment. But if you search Alex the Alchemist on Etsy, you should be able to find it.
Okay.
And I'm on Twitter and that kind of thing. I think you've got my details already for that, Luke. So if you wanna,
well, the thing about saying like what you do, like what you actually sell, and how much they would actually cost.
Yeah, I mean, I sell all kinds of things. Really, it's like a marketplace. You know, I sell resin art. I sell paintings. Like little key rings, all kinds of things really, and I'm trying to branch out into greetings cards as well.
Oh, that's right, and people can commission you for like custom objects like these.
Yeah, they have actually. I've had a couple of commissions. It's on the down low, so I don't advertise it because it can be quite stressful to do a commission for someone because they obviously want it a certain way, and you know. But no, I've done that. I sell all kinds of things. I sell like personalised bags as well.
That's cool.
I sell stickers now.
That's really wonderful. And how much would these usually cost?
Well, it depends. It depends on the product, but it can sort of range from £2 to up to like £80.
So that's your most expensive items. They'll cost up to £80.
Sorry.
So your most expensive items are up to £80. So people can spend up to £80. Oh,
yeah.
That's good.
So it'll be a big canvas of like I think it was like 60 by 75 centimeters.
Okay.
And that I would sell that for sort of £80 because it's quite a big piece, and so you know, I'm hopefully doing some more painting this week. Actually, I want to buy some more canvases, and just you got to keep doing it, and
exactly. I mean, I sometimes do like artwork stuff as well because I recently updated this compilation of various versions of the Doctor. I originally started it in 2013, but I recently updated it with a new look for Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, I might draw one of the Doctors. I've not done Doctor Who fan art, but I might paint because I do a lot of digital art as well, and yeah, I could do that too, I guess.
Yeah, I say go for it, but no matter what art skill you are, because it'll bound to be very good looking. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, when you work with art, don't think, oh, there's a right way of doing it or a wrong way. Whatever you do is the right way.
Yeah.
And after this podcast, I'm going to send you, Luke, a picture I've done today, which I think you'll really like, and a couple of other images if you want to see them. So
okay. I mean, you could send me the links because I'll put the links underneath so people could check them out.
Yeah, I mean, if you put my Instagram link, then all my images are there. Some of the images are there, and you can then comment and like and all this sort of thing. So
okay.
And my Instagram takes you into all my other areas on the internet as well, like TikTok, Amazon wishlist, Etsy, that kind of thing. So
that is pretty good. So
yeah.
As we're coming up to an hour, I think we are done with this podcast. So I hope you enjoyed us talking about Doctor Who and that. Alex, it was very nice to have you on.
Yeah, no, it's my pleasure. I hope I didn't go off too much of the topic.
Oh no, I'm sure that we had quite a lot to talk about. So this is Luke, and this is Alex AKA AlextheAlchemyst.
It's a bye from me,
and it's a bye from him. Okay, then. Goodbye, everyone. Links to Alex's stuff will be underneath this video, and you will catch me on every Saturday or often on Roger's live stream channel, where we usually talk about the Sonic X cartoon and IDW with various guests. So take care, everyone. Cheerio.